is a grand strategy slash role-playing game by Paradox Interactive that until today, let me get to the map. Until today has mostly focused on Europe and well, it's been from Europe to India basically. So this was what we were playing with before. This expansion adds everything over here. So China, Japan, Korea, Malaysia, Indonesia. It's a huge expansion. So I actually have no idea who I'm going to play. I didn't plan that far ahead. So let's take a look at the suggested characters here. Let's see, do we want to start in 867? 1060. I like starting in 1066. It's a nice middle point. So there's a lot of new mechanics introduced. There's the celestial government in China, where you've got this very bureaucratic system. Vikings, that's a possibility. There is actually an achievement. Hold on. A very difficult achievement in terms of what is listed as here, to take Jarl Hasting, who is a Viking in Brittany, so northwestern France, and become the hegemon of China. I'm not going to do that for my first playthrough, for my first campaign in the new expansion, because I do want to actually get the cultural flavor that is added for China or Japan or Korea or Malaysia. I don't know which one of those I'm going with. But yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to consider here. So I'm thinking that through. Does anybody have any suggestions beyond, or other than Vikings? We're not playing. We are playing somebody in Asia. Let's look at the achievements. How about that? Let's get an achievement run. So the easy ones are to adopt Soryo government as a Soryo ruler, which basically means going from sort of administrative bureaucratic government to a much more feudal government that resembles more closely resembles like Sengoku era Japan, I think. There's let's see. This one, starting as a Wanuo ruler, adopt Mandala government 3 years suzerain. Pass all exams within the character. So exams are part of the celestial government for China. Okay, here's one for a specific character. Starting as Minamoto Yoritomo in 1178, becomes shogun, holding the Empire of Japan. That sounds like something that is attainable and interesting. So, that's the Rise of the Bushi here. It was Yoritomo, not Yoshinaka. So let's read about this. First, let's read the details for the whole bookmark here. Rise of the Bushi, 1st of October, 1178 AD. Little by little, the samurai have wrested power from the capital, ruling the provinces of Japan as their own fiefs, enriching themselves and their followers. The last decades have seen the proud Minamoto bested time and again by the unstoppable Taira. They lick their wounds while Kiyomori dominates the capital. Fear and force now govern there, as the Kampaku and the imperial family watch on, helpless. Can the Minamoto put an end to Taira ascendancy, or does some other fate await these islands? Oh, that is everything for this particular character. Okay. So yeah, this is the Daijo Daijin. The Kanmu Taira have steadily established themselves as the most powerful samurai family in Japan, having successfully solidified their Bushi rivals, the Minamoto and the bureaucratic Fujiwara. With his daughter wedded to the Yamato Emperor Norihito, Kiyomori awaits a grandson. A Taira-born prince in line for the throne will submit the family's supremacy over the court. The keystones of power will not be easily set, while jealous of enemies abound. Alright, so yeah. Here we go, this is specific for our character. The once mighty Seiwa Minamoto has endured endless setbacks, succumbing to infighting as their old rivals, the Kanmu Taira, picked up the pieces. With Minamoto Yorimasa offering little resistance, Yoritomo and the other surviving sons of the famed General Yoshitomo are perhaps all that stand between Taira Kiyomori and total domination of Japan. Alright, so, this is what we're going to do. I'm leaving the game rules as they are. And we start. Oh, we are playing an Iron Man save here, so no saves coming. Genpei War, Bedeviled Gentian, or Gentian. I am haunted by my father's defeat and the murder of my brothers in the Heiji Rebellion, a conflict between the Kawachi Minamoto house and the Kanmu Taira house, the latter who had the support of various other Minamoto houses over the control of the Japanese emperor. Thinking that the imperial court favored their rivals, the Minamoto rose to rebellion to try and avert that. Ultimately, they were defeated, and many of the house's members were exiled or executed. This shame marshals my vengeance against the foul Taira. Though Kiyomori may think the chrysanthemum throne secured by his daughter's marriage to Tenno Norihito, the Minamoto still holds sway in the eastern provinces, and the imperial family chafes under his rule. Although the Minamoto figurehead, Yorimasa, aided Kiyomori against my father, my spies tell me that there has been friction between those two. Elsewhere, my cousin Yoshinaka has not forgiven his father's death at my half-brother's hand, but would make a useful ally. Okay. So... So I can either try to unite with my... the members of my, our dynasty. So, Yorimasa and Kiso. Interesting. So, I guess for Japanese cultures, the dynasty is the listed surname. Like if you were to look at, for instance, let's go all the way over here. Let's look at... Oh, these guys don't just have titles. Alright, well, anyways, the point is, so this is the house. This is like a subset of our dynasty. There's a lot to unpack here that I have no idea what's going on. Also, thank you for the 3-stream streak, Crossfaded. I might be a little bit slow responding to chat as I do figure out all the new mechanics. Also, what a beautiful map here. All right. This feels like it's going to have follow-up events. You're my rival. You hate me because we have a long-standing rivalry. That's probably just this is a pre-made rivalry. But you hate me because I think my half-brother apparently executed your father? Yes. Okay. What happened to you? You were executed by Tyra. Okay. That's a lot of, it's a lot of red skulls, meaning they died violently. Alright. I'm gonna take this option, because that seems more interesting. Let's take a look at our character. This is us. We are Soryo Minamoto Yoritomo of the Kawachi Bushidan. So we are a Soryo government. This is a feudal government. We have access to the manor, so we... here we go. We have a house manor. That's something that's specific for our house. That is not linked to the province. Not linked to the holding of what is this place called? Tagata. Some 100 wives to bridge the gap. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at our family here. So, apparently, we have one child, our daughter Ichiman, which I think just means first daughter. Ichi means first, I know that much at least. Oh, also, our character, we are brave, patient, and ambitious. And we are a skilled tactician, so we're really good at martial stuff. We're not great at stewardship. We're not that smart, but we're really good at beating people up. This is our wife of the Hojo clan. They are part of the Taira dynasty. That's interesting. Also, apparently they have the Triforce. We'll look at our manor in a little bit here. She is the daughter of my friend, Toshu Tokimasa, who does not have... It's not landed. Okay. But he does have a manor. Right? Wait. Alright, I gotta figure this out. Okay, yeah, he has a manor. Right. But he does not have any, Oh, where's the reward to join the game? Right. Thank you, Pirates. Broken. Let me enable that. Where is that? It's been so long since I've done this. Where did I put that? Join the Corps. There it is. Once per streams. Alright, it is enabled. 100 channel point redeem. Okay. Holmes, what's up? What's up? I'm a little bit busy. Okay. So. Can I help you, puppy? Anything that you want? I have 74 courtiers, excuse me? Oh my goodness, that's a lot of people in my court. Most of which are of my dynasty, of my clan. Okay. We'll take a look at it in a minute. We have 9 siblings, some of whom are dead. But we have our half-brother, who is apparently an adventurer. That's cool. We also have our half-brother, Minamoto Noriyori, who is in my court. Good, solid commander. We have our brother Matayoshi, pretty similar. Alright, we have our first join the court. Let's see if there's let's see who is a good warrior around here. Looks like just about everybody in our court is related to us. So, for free, basically, you guys can join the actual family. Alright, Holmes. Puppy, I love you, but you're going outside. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. What was I saying? Right, so, pirates will be one of our bushi. Or one of our knights. You're a monk, so you're not gonna have any children. Let's make sure we get somebody who's actually... Oh, here's somebody who's not related to us, but also a monk. We don't want to give pirates a monk. We have Yukitada here. How are you related to me? This family is such a big family. Good lord. All right. But you're fairly long. I think this is a good first character for pirates here. For Broken. So I don't have my mod that lets me change names. Oh. How young does somebody have to be for me to change their name in my court? Huh. Yeah, I'll pin this character. I wish I could like leave a note. Can I like give him a, can I give him, like, some indicator? I can't really see that on my screen because of the glare. All right, we'll just have him be pinned, and I'm gonna make a note. Pirates, and I haven't been able to break it. I've said broken a few times, but the noun is still pirates, and I keep messing that up. Anyways, right, there we go. So, let's find you a spouse, actually, so long as we're here thinking about that. Not my sister-in-law. That doesn't really do anything for us. Anybody that has inheritable traits? Nah. Oh, you have, like, no skills. You are all prowess. Wow. I didn't realize how, well, you're good at beating people up. Oh, you know what? You will get along great with Hangaku here, because you're both honest and sadistic. Okay. All right. Next up, we have our lifestyle here. Let's pick. Let's pick strategy. We can get more martial here. I have a potentially negotiable alliance, but you won't do it because you're paranoid. You don't particularly like me either. Also have additional alliances with my brother Yoshiyasu, who has no troops. My brother-in-law, through my sister. I'll make an alliance with you when you actually can provide something. My half-brother, who is leading adventurous swords for hire, I will make an alliance with him. You are assigned to be a bushi, or knight. I could give you a court position as one of my bodyguards, I think. Hold on. Aptitude. So you're Yukitada. There you are. You'll be one of my bodyguards. Do I want to make this alliance? If I make this alliance, he'll be like calling me to somewhere he starts probably. I'll make the alliance. I think that he could end up being helpful. And then my uncle-in-law, which is apparently a thing. Can make an alliance with him. You are married to my aunt, I see. But you don't really have troops either. You only have some knights. The lady will accept our marriage. It's just gonna take some time to tick. Alright. And then we have our mounted samurai, which we are going to station here in Tagata. Okay. Next up, let's take a look at a few more things. I want to look at everything here. So we've got our inventory. We have nothing in here. That's fine. We have our manor. So we are starting off at level 3. We have writing supplies. All right, wait, hold on. The manor allows us to establish a Sordio fief, which we don't really need to do because we already are Sordio. We get additional domain limit. We get income, prestige, influence, levies. These writing supplies give us investment capacity. This is the maximum a character may invest in their own or anyone else's candidate score for governorship. Age, family rating, level of influence, and estate buildings are the main factors that determine this limit. Okay. Makes political streams faster and give us more monthly lifestyle experience in stewardship. And then we have the Sarukagu stage. These don't have flavor text on them. I guess these are neither. I guess they are just upgrades with the internal upgrades for the building. But it decreases the cost of the recruit to court character interaction and gives us more influence. How much of the island is our territory? This is our territory. This one county here. In terms of our dynasty, where is it? Where's this one? Is this one? Can I see the next level down? No, I can't. Yeah. We've got a family workshop, which gives us faster construction and it gives a bit of income. We've got rice plots, which give us development growth and domicile income. Tea field gives us income, boosted elderly health, unlocks the perform tea ceremony decision, which reduces stress, gain opinion, gaining a random tea benefit, inspires a courtier. It's all good stuff. There are also internal upgrades we can have for all these things. And then there's the horse corral that gives us less maintenance on our cavalry. Anything that is going to make our cavalry stronger? Riding school would give us more pursuit. And we can build 2 more buildings. We have plots for 2 more buildings. Family Shrine gives us piety. Family Brewery gives us income and development growth. Family Archive reduces influence costs for promoting candidates in the governorship. Private Armory gives us martial point level of fame and reduces the cost of men-at-arms and mercenaries. Guardhouse makes it harder to raid us. Stables give us more courtier opinion, travel speed. Private tea house, private garden. All right, so we got a lot of stuff we can build. We're getting about 6 gold per month here. Who's the head of our dynasty? It's Yoshitsune Minamoto over there. Okay. There's a lot going on here. So this is going to be our eventual goal, to form the shogunate. In order to do that, we need to become the ruling regent. Which means we have to take this title from our liege and rival. We'll have to be very famous, be very legitimate, be independent, and have the powerful ministries law. The big thing is going to be becoming the ruling regent. It's going to be tough. We also are going to want to prevent these guys from doing this. Which is going to be tough. If they are able to get a lot of prestige and legitimacy. What is the... okay, you have limited oversight. Okay. There's a lot going on here. This is a big update. And this is just Japan. This really isn't even what got the most attention. Probably the most attention for this update went into China and the Celestial Governorship. That's a whole thing over there. Oh. Okay, we can also build stuff in our actual holding here. Three Kingdoms Romance was... that was in like the 300s, right? So that was a while ago. I think. I'm not as informed as I'd like to be. Right, we have 80 gold right now. Oh, there's also our... there's so much going on here. There's so much going on here. So, yeah, the Three Kingdoms is what Dynasty Warrior games are about, yeah. First goal, that's good. Let's break it down into manageable goals. All right. This is an administrative government, so but how does it work when I'm? How does it work when I'm feudal inside an administrative government? Am I able to ask for governorships? So ceremonial monarch, we only do forced abdication and arranged marriage. I can just have you declare me regent. I can raid the manners of other people. Looks like there's not a lot of interactions I can do through this screen. God, these families are gigantic. Alright. I don't think petitioning the Daisho Daijin, who hates me, is going to do much. claim on the Imperial title. So how would I go about getting that? Oh, okay. Here's the first thing. Here's the first thing. Got it. Assert regional dominion. This will let me start a war against other people in the Empire to try and take over the whole duchy here of West Bando. Alternatively, I could see if, like, hey, do I want to move my base of operations somewhere else that might be a little bit more prosperous. So, like, if we look at this, any interesting special buildings we could get. There's a mining settlement over there. Pretty cool. We have access to Mount Fuji right here. I can declare war to... I can just conquer stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, you have so many troops. What are you? What? Why would that result in me against that many troops? You have 19 allies because you're a member of the Kanmu bloc, I think. I think that's what it is. Okay. Interesting. How would I go about acquiring that territory then? If that guy is part of this block. So we're part of the Setsu block. How do I claim leadership? I'll have to be higher rank or more famous. Or have a higher level strength aspiration. So I would need prestige to do that. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to build up forces. That's a good call. Which means let's go in here, and I want to see what sort of things I can build. I can't do that. That's going to be expensive. This wouldn't be bad for getting the extra prestige and lowering recruitment costs for our men-at-arms. Let's do that. Let's build a stud farm. Okay, there we go. We've done a thing. We've done a thing. Is it time to unpause the game? Might be time to unpause the game. What about a personal physician? I have a good option for my personal physician here. This guy, Kakanari Osho. Or Osho Kakanari, if you prefer. My guru would give me prestige, or piety and stress loss. But I don't have any gurus eligible. Caravan Master. Cousin here would be decent. But I'm not going anywhere yet, so there's not much point to doing that. think we'll just leave it here for now. And then you'll want to find secondary spouses. I think, am I losing anything for not having Burmese spouses? I don't know. What about getting alliances? We'll leave that be for now. We have one child. We have a daughter, Ichiman. Also, how does succession here work? It's... let me see. Confederate partition. So it is going to just be my, my children. I can get partition, which is slightly better. It costs us prestige. I don't really want to mess with that right now. All right. How about we romance our wife so that we have a better chance of producing children? Let's go with that. We will impress our wife by winning a sparring match. Our recruitment was senior surprise with him for 3 straight days. Once he deems me ready, we head together to the main courtyard. As we begin to spar, a crowd gathers, and their chairs soon draw none other than the brave Lady Masako. The soldier fights valiantly, but I disarm him with a final flawless thrust. I kneel before Masako and declare my noble intentions. I dedicate this victory to you, Lady Masako. Bringing you honor is my only desire. My songbird is speechless, but clearly flattered. Why else would she be smiling thusly? Alright. Let's unpause. Okay. My brother is my ally. That worked. There's already a faction here. Broken has gotten married to Hangaku here. My brother Yoshi is getting married. Oh, somebody wants to arrange a marriage to my cousin. This will not result in an alliance. It will improve house relations with Yamamoto. Are they a part of a block? They are part of our block, okay. Sure. Sure, why not? Anyone to give you a task to improve your skills? I can have you terrify court. Oh, I can make you my personal champion. Here we go. I can make you my personal champion, and then improve skills. And I could also make give somebody the tutor position and have them teach the court. Good suggestion. That's for my physician. I would like more lifestyle experience. Yeah. That's gonna cost me money. That's fine. Anything else I can do to improve my courtier skills? Don't think so. I think that's it. Oh, right. Our council. I completely forgot to look at our council. This is important. So we have our Realm Priest, our Osho, Kakanari. I think I'll just focus on getting this, doing religious relations, increasing piety. There's not really encouragement to change faiths, to convert faiths from the Eastern religions, because all you're going to do is you're going to decrease development and it doesn't make much of a difference. Like, we aren't losing anything because we're a different faith. Do I want to keep collecting taxes or do I increase development? I think I'll keep collecting taxes. I definitely want to keep getting prestige. Oh, train commander. So this will also help to improve. This is my some sort of cousin. Somewhere in the family tree, this guy's related to me. I don't know how far back I have to go to find a common ancestor, but somewhere in there. And then we got our spy master, Mitsuke. Disrupting schemes seems reasonable. I don't have any schemes of my own. What schemes can I do? Also, here's the ceremonial monarch, the emperor, Norihito. Wait, our stud farm got completed that quickly? Wow. 1 month, yeah, okay. Alright, we'll unpause again. He is just emperor in name. It is a ceremonial position, because this guy is the real guy in charge, the ruling regent. I would also be interested in a run where I take the emperor and reassert imperial control. Oh, we need to run ads. Alright, I'm gonna run those ads. I know we just unpaused for the first time, but I do need to run those ads, and I do need to get up and go to the bathroom and check on those. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay, we're back. We're back. What are we doing? Let's unpause. I should find a wife for my brother. Here. This should be good. Oh. There is an heir to the chrysanthemum throne that is the son of one of the tyrant houses. Okay. Romance, poetic license. There is no woman lovelier than my wife, Lady Masako. In her presence, my words often fail me. None of my compliments ever do her justice. Perhaps a carefully drafted poem better capture her virtues. I'll write about her assertive presence. Yes, she is vengeful, just, and ambitious. That seems reasonable. To join the Kanu bloc. That seems like a terrible idea. No. No, I'm trying to undermine you, not join you. I'm surprised you even requested that. I mean, you're my rival. Huh. Yeah, Commander significantly improved. Not you. This is a different character. Alright, there's a lot of people we can declare a war on. Oh, Imperial policy. Imperial pacification. All await word from the Imperial Palace in Heian-kyo, where today Daijo Daijin Kiromori will proclaim a new policy in the name of Tenno Norihito. Messengers will soon be dispatched to all corners of the administration of Japan, heralding the Tenno's decree. In times of need, Japan has justly defended itself by extending the frontiers of the country. Once more, we must press forward. So, adopt the Imperial Pacification Law, which decreases mercenary and minute arms recruitment cost, increases danger, and allows for the declaration of external wars. So, probably going to be trying to take over Hokkaido, right? Okay, animal companions. Let's, of course, give our wife a clever cat. Huh. Okay, so the Emperor was apparently forced to abdicate. Also, my wife did not care for the cat. There's a lot of movement happening over here. Genpei War, Jinxian Unbound. Kiyomori. His lust for power is a river coursing without check, ravaging noble tradition and propriety alike. Even naming himself Daijo Daijin, master of all Japan, could not sate his wanton thirst. Drunk on the ecstasy of unchallenged Taira dominance, he has seen fit to remove the Emperor Yamashina and put his grandson Tokihito on the chrysanthemum throne. In years past, my family had been the palisade against Taira ambition. Now, incompetent Minamoto leadership would have us be the palanquin bearers. Yoshimoto is too weak. Or my wise father here, who would never have let this happen. I don't know, my father doesn't seem that wise. Okay. So I could try to be a notable lackey, or I will try to claim the house block leadership. So every house in our block improves house relationship with us. We get martial lifestyle experience, and we worsen our relation with the house of our current block leader. Okay. It's gonna be a bit of message spam here. This is everybody in the block. Except, of course, for the current leader. How do I... Okay, yeah, right. So I need to be higher rank, which basically means I need to be a duke. Or I need to be much more famous. I don't think I have a very good chance of either of those. Or I need to increase my aspiration here, which is going to cost us a lot of prestige. Not sure how I'm going to go about doing that. Could try a hunt to get more prestige. We need gold. That's true. We're getting good income. So I can't declare war on people who are in our block, and people who are in the Kannu block are going to be really difficult to wage war against because of just how many allies they have. Because the house block is a defensive alliance. We aren't going to get people helping us for our offensive wars. We kind of seem boxed in here. But that might just be me not knowing enough about the mechanics yet. So to do these factions, I'd have to be in charge of the block. Okay. Yeah, it seems like prestige is okay. This guy is in our block, the Setsu block. So, is there a map mode for the blocks? Yeah, here we go. So, no confederation down here. If we go all the way down here, we can declare war with impunity. Okay, that's a possibility. Are you part of a block? You are not. Then this looks like an interesting county with the Daizaifu office gives a lot of tax and development growth, and then the Kata port, which gives even more tax and development growth. That looks like a good place to take over. Is that what I want to do? Do I want to go all the way down south to what is this island called? I need to brush up on my geography here. That's what I'm learning. Would it relieve the block doing the bigger one? We would still be fighting against a pretty hefty horse. So I think our first goal should be going after the unaffiliated. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do... Actually, the first thing we're gonna do is hire more... Oh man, actually, these guys have so many more men-at-arms than I do. Ooh. And these crossbowmen counter me. Okay, we've got to think that one through then. Maybe we get some light cavalry. Yeah, I like that idea. Have you grown at all? It's been a couple months. We started October 1178, so... Not really. Not really. Alright. A lady's honor. My knight here is trash-talking my wife. How dare you? Draw your sword. And I successfully defended my wife's honor. Go with something a little bit easier than here, especially because you have an alliance. The alliance actually isn't much. Oh, you're part of the Oshu block. So I don't want to fight you. Alright, romance intruder. Every time I close my eyes, I see Lady Masako's face. They will not come. There's somebody climbing up to the tower. I will go save her. Uh-oh. Alright, first of all, I successfully romanced my wife by saving her from whoever this is. We have our soulmate. But somebody... You... left our block with a generous gold bribe, but that's not good. And you joined the convoy. That's unfortunate. What can I do to undermine you? I'm not really sure. My wife is pregnant though, so that's good. This is a tough one to figure out. Oh, another Yamato left. Yamato is a big dynasty. They're the ruling dynasty, right? Yeah. That's very bad. Okay, clearly our block leader is not doing well enough. He's going to die pretty soon, probably. He is old, poor health. What can I do to get prestige? I need money too. What can I do to get money then? Maybe I want to raid somebody, yeah? Who do I hate? I mean, I probably shouldn't try to raid my liege. I'm not very good at scheming. Is there somebody who's worse than me? Ah, perfect. We'll check that out in a minute here. Let's raid you. We'll figure that out in a minute. My cousin can now marry this guy, sure. So, you'd be good at being the scout, you'd be good muscle, you would definitely be good at infiltrator. You would be a good footpad, and is there anything I can give broken here? Yuki Tada. I could make you the lookout, but you'd be really bad at it. So, you know what? Broken, I'm gonna leave you out of this game. Alright. So we'll be trying to raid Shigeyori. This guy up here. He's got money. I should have that money. Also, you have armies raised. Why? Because you are trying to conquer Owari. Are you not part of the block? You are not. How did I miss that? Hold on. Wait a second. Maybe I should get on this. No, he's got way more troops than I do. Partially because of mercenaries. Oh, and now there's a plague. Going down the unique, elegant Dynasty Legacy. have another daughter, Kazuko. I almost want to give her the next name. So if this is Ichimon, next would be Futamon, I think. But no, we'll just take the randomly generated name. Diplomatic incident. That's fine. You guys are gonna eventually be messing with me. Excuse me. What is this plague looking like? Okay, that's not so bad. It's a minor outbreak of measles. That's fine. It is spreading. Okay, it's spreading a lot. We have a new perk though. That's good. Let's see. I think I'm gonna start going down the strategist tree here. We have the really good stuff for Gallant. Another house leaving the block. Takeda is another big house. Oh. I don't understand how I'm supposed to really supplant this guy. What if I challenge him to a duel? Yeah? Alright. Apparently he's actually got higher prowess than I do, despite being 76. Okay. For a few brief moments, Soryo Yorimasa and I pace in lazy half circles, each watching for an opening. I heft my sword ready to defend myself while he clutches his axe firmly to hand. This fight may only be until first blood, but it doesn't ease my nerves. With a sudden twitch, our bout begins. Yorimasa wastes no time, meeting me with an intense series of powerful cleaves that force me back step by step. Okay. I'm going to kick him in the gut. With a powerful cleave from my sword, I send Yorimasa reeling backwards, then step into the blow and kick him straight in the chest. Yorimasa pulls back from my every blow, letting me attack without getting another solid hit in. It's not long before I can begin to feel myself tire. My form is decent, with some lapses, and Yorimasa's stance is incredible. My opponent is still holding up and goes well, but he seems close to faltering. I may not have picked a good fight here. What if I can disarm him? One colossal powerful cleave from my sword is almost enough to wrench Yorimasa's axe away from him, but he just manages to recover. Yorimasa cracks his neck, then starts raining blows against my guard, a marathon of powerful cleaves that almost break me with their relentless ferocity. My form is deteriorating fast, with numerous little gaps, and Yorimasa's stance is incredible. Apparently, don't pick a fight with Grandpa over here. Okay. You know what? We're going for the kick again. Now we lose. My powerful cleave staggers my opponent. The follow-up kick misses entirely, and one retaliatory strike, quick slash later, I'm left breathless on the ground. I yield. Well, that did not go well. At least I had my wound treated well. Everybody's becoming a blade master except for Broken. How's our scheme going here? About a 50% chance to succeed. If it gets discovered, that chance is going to go down very quickly. My daughter is charming. Good for her. Wow, this person has so much gold. I would really like to take the Zaifu. That would be great. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I've got a good chance to do it. Are there any good alliances I can get? That would be a good alliance. Yeah, okay. Do you have, like, a son I can betroth my daughter to? Oh, we'll get to that in a minute. Ooh, or you. With Fujiwara would be good. Wild Wormhole in chat, by the way, if anyone wants to catch it. Although she is my heir, so maybe look for one for my younger daughter first. Those aren't really good. We just have to have a son. That's all. We'll just have a son. It'll be easy. What are the odds we don't have a son, right? Oh wait, did this actually work? I just did sort of correctly. I did sort of correctly. There we go. Okay, this is a great alliance. Burning both ends. Like my friend Tokimasa is sincerely putting his all into my great estate scheme, dedicating those nights and long days to our goals. Perhaps it is cruel of me to use one who is so dear to me, so... Certainly, I cannot say I would like to be used, though. Still, he is effective, and is for a good cause. No, I need to lose stress. I am stressed out here. Although, this would give us a higher success chance. You know what? Give me more success chance. We're 14 days from hitting our maximum scheme power here. Alright. Here we go. We are going to raid the estate of Soryo Shigeyori. Final preparations. After long weeks of meticulous planning, House Kawashi is ready to mount our assault. Our people are in place, Soryo Shigeyori's estate in Tama scouted, and the details of the raid agreed. Only one question remains. How are the Kawagoe to be dealt with in the aftermath of our inevitable triumph? I'm not looking to start a feud. Yeah, I don't want their blood, I just want their money. Alright, success. Donald brings word from the Kawagoe estate in Tama. Confirmation of our success. The fiends were taken completely unawares and have been laid low for all the administration of Japan to witness. As an added bonus, it seems they are unaware that we were behind the attack. Regrettably, we cannot rub this Kawachi victory in Soryo Shigeyori's face publicly yet. So we get 165 gold, we get a secret that we bring into his estate, and you lose influence. Alright. Big money. Big money right there. And somebody's holding a festival. Alright, we'll go to that festival once we've figured out what to do with our money. Do we just build up my armies more? I think I might just build up my armies more. Hire a few more men-at-arms. Warrior monks. These guys are pretty good. I'll hire some warrior monks. Takes piety to hire them, though. Alright, and then we will... Oh, speaking of having a son, there's our son. Minamoto Masa Akira. Alright. Right. The festival. I need a caravan master. Let's make that my cousin Yorishige. Must be taking a boat there by the looks of it. Do I want to hire captains? I think I do, just to be on the safe side here. Hey, somebody joined our block this time. Okay. They have nothing. Is that the best we can do? Is somebody who's got 5 soldiers? Oh. Our block leader died, I think. Yeah? Yeah. Yorimasa. So now I have to worry about this guy instead. And I don't really have... I still don't meet any of the conditions. I could do the other thing, getting people to be allied to, terrified of, or friends with me, or better house relations, or hooked. So there are lots of ways I can get people to be on my side. Let's take a look at that option. How can I tell who's supporting me? Is there a way to easily see that? I wish there was an easy way to see that, and maybe there is, but I'm not detecting it. In that case, alright, how do I check then house relations? This is new. House relations. Here we go. Okay. So, they are cordial with us. We can increase relations with marriages. And probably other things. Wolf struggle. Our journey is interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise so horrific it must have come from the depths of Naraka. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate Bushi struggling with a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. Well, since I'm brave, I gotta do this myself, and it's gonna probably wound me. I beat the wolf, I get prestige, I get a cowardly courtier. Runaway or lost? Nobuyoshi. Got no idea who this is. I'm just gonna let them be. Alright, we've arrived at the festival. Okay, I want to... Sideline from block target. Hold on, let me reread this. Substance and alien another house head from their block. I don't want to do that for people who are in our block. But for people who are in the Kanmu block, that'd be good. Like you. Although, since you were bribed to join that block, I don't know if I can sway you away from it. We'll try it, though. Alright, let's see what happens with that intent. Oh, I have a power sharing thing. Oh, because my wife is in charge here. Yeah, keep filling the coffers. More money's good. These days of dancing sleeves. Today is an occasion for celebration, but also to secure the blessings of the gods. Eyes both mortal and divine will scrutinize our conduct and offerings, and so we must take care to ensure that all is in order. The gods look favorably upon us. A drift in the crowd. Every gathering has its ebb and flow. One must be wary of its currents, lest one find oneself stranded. When Toshu Chikataka turns to greet Toshu Hideyoshi, I suddenly find myself adrift in the crowd, bereft of conversation. Some ways away, I see Soryo Tsunatane and Toshu Tomotsuna gazing pointedly in my direction, exchanging words behind their fans. These two are talking about me behind my back. I could try to increase our block cohesion, or I could boldly approach. I'll boldly approach. It's not well received. Well before one sees Soryo Tsunatane, one can certainly smell him. While it is customary to soak one's robes with their aromatic incense, the effect is seldom intended to be felt at 100 paces from the wearer. Perhaps a discreet note is in order, although a whisper in another ear might ensure this foible will endure long after the scent has faded. I could try to improve our relations with Chiba, or I could make everybody else dislike them. I'm gonna go for the positive here. Although this is making me think maybe I should focus on improving relations with people in our block. As my companions and I drift through the crowd, I hear a loud voice. My Chinese is exquisite. Why, only a fortnight ago, Toshu Sukekata put my poetic prowess to the test. I was humbled by my artistry. Soryo Tsunetane boasts. I do not recall a rumor of him possessing skill with poetry, but bolstering his claim could find me in good stead. Though, putting a braggart in his place is hard to resist. Could try to form a friendship with him. That could be good. Let's do that. Festival's almost over. Taking in the night air, my companions and I come across Soryo Tsunetane gazing longingly into the water. At first, I assume he is captivated by the beauty of the moon's reflection, but the noise from a group of revelers catches my attention. It would seem they embarked on a boat, and poor Soryo Tsunetane was left behind. Yes, how about you join us? As the night's revels wane and give way to the first golden rays of dawn, the attendees soak up these final moments before returning to the humdrum of daily responsibility. My acquaintance, Lady Haruko, approaches. Your companionship has been most welcome these past days. She pauses to give a warm smile. It would be an immense honor if you would count me among your confidants in the future. Oh, I can become friends with you. I don't really see any good reason for that, other than more friends is good. Alright, finishing the festival and making our way back. Howdy howdy panda, by the way. Okay, call to arms in the Setsu block. Leadership of House Setsu is a stalwart and bold as ever. Soryo Natsutaka now seeks to rally our opposition to Soryo Morifusa of Suo. We stand together. Block expansion war, okay. You know what? Good, you're doing something. Architect's Digest, you want to sell me a drawing. It will give me +1 learning. Sure. I could afford to be a little bit smarter. So who are we fighting? This guy? We're attacking? Yes. Put me... Oh, I can't be in charge here because I'm traveling. Alright, well, that's fine. Can we just walk over land? I don't really want to pay for boats. This will take us 5 months to get there. Still employed? Congratulations. I hear that it was a little bit of a dark day for people employed by Amazon. Still in the air, high-pitched shriek, this low-born child fell from a tree. I'm not very dreadful right now. I'll just soothe the child. Makes people like me more. Alright, we've arrived back home. Let's put ourselves in charge of our army here. The Oshu block was disbanded. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, they all joined the Kanmu block? That's not good.
How'd you die? You were slain in battle. Do we not have any siege engines whatsoever? Yeah, looks like we are. Oh. Alliance expired with you. Can I make a new alliance? Yes, once we're not at war anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and build some siege engines, some mobile towers. Have another sun, another Toki. And the Daijo Daijin has died. My rival. We have a new one, a drunkard with chronic headaches. Okay. Might be easier to undermine him, I don't know. I might need to do some offline campaign to just try and understand the mechanics. I've been a little bit lost. Let's get our siege engines up. Oh hey, Broken's wife is pregnant. Good for you. Oh, could you go to the correct? Ah shit. All right, that makes a huge difference in the siege time. Yeah, here we go. Here's Broken's Broken Son. Here we will name Broken Son Broken. There we go. Families. Couple of governorships. They're both Fujiwara. Easy war here. What do you mean my contribution was lower than the required 100? My score was for 846. I gained nothing? That's bullshit. I wonder if that's a bug. Block cohesion improved. Do I have a decent chance? Not really. Well, let's go to this festival, or this feast then. We'll try and sway some more people to our side. I'll have to befriend somebody, I guess. People who are in our block. Jeez, that's... Okay, so you're not a member of any block, are you? You have so many truces. There anybody in our block who's going here? Yes, you. Maybe somebody who's not going to die in the next year. There's a lot of old people here. Alright, you seem important. My son is curious. Nerd. Okay, we just traded this house with no troops for this house with some troops. Imperial policy, mana reform. So we changed the imperial policy. Now is going to decrease the cost of buildings. Okay? And now external wars are no longer allowed. Ishikawa leaves the block. As soon as I've decided I want to befriend this guy, he leaves the block. Okay, let's find a different befriend target then. Let's go with you. I'm also making friends with my cousin. That could be helpful too. Actually, that would be a lot more helpful. I have to change my target now that I look at that. Yoshinaka. There he is. What right does Toshu Tadamatsu think he has to claim my ideas of war were misguided? We had discussions on strategy, and apparently we had disagreements. I probably know more. This guy's got 3 martial. Come on. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Soryo Yoshinaka without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural, and I want him to think this is spontaneous. Bhai Vasravana extols my maybe friend, barely disguising a belch. That was a heavy course. And so soon after the last weighty one, it simply sits too heavily in the stomach. I cannot believe that the servants expect to keep serving their master working this poorly. 46% chance to become friends? Go for it. There we go. During a lull in the festivities, my eyes are caught by a flash of light dancing across the black lacquer of Toshimori's eboshi. A tall lacquered hat made from stiff paper presented noblemen when they came of age and were stimulated with their status, masculinity, and personhood. They serve to protect the motodori, or top knot, and keep it clean and thus pure. Is it not just the way of things? Light should find and illuminate him above the rest of us. What would be made? What would people think if he suddenly lost the eboshi? How bright would he shine then? He would be unmade, a child, less than human even. Don't really see a good reason to do that. But apparently being ambitious means I want to do that. Or I could take the piety. I'm taking the prestige. Like a coiled viper I strike. Toshimaru Zeboshi skitters across the floor. He attempts to cover his shame, but his unkempt Motodori is there for all to see. His spiritual negligence laid bare. With his delusions of grandeur now put to rest, another might step in the light. Let my team on the sun begin. And we increase our level of fame. As the feast winds to its inevitable conclusion, there's one event remaining that everyone is expecting, and that's Soryo Yoshizumi's toast to the guest of honor, Daijo Daijin's Shikamori. It's a decent speech, if a bit long-winded, but that's usually how these things go. The assembled guests clap and whoop politely when it's finished, some more enthusiastically than others. I've never really liked this guy. Wait, apparently he's my friend? What? When did he become my friend? Apparently I do like him. Huh. Alright. We leave, we lose stress. All good. And we're home. I think we can probably manage to beat this guy now that we have allies. But if people are inviting me to events, I gotta go. I gotta go to these events. I get prestige, I get to build relations with our fellow vassals. These are things that I need in order to take over the block leadership position. So, we're going on a hunt. And since we have some free time before we get there, let's go ahead and take a circuitous route to get there. Passing through some points of interest. I don't think we notice any car. Going on a little bit of a tour here. The Mercenaries of Oba. We sit in a quiet tavern in Oba, where when a loud band of ragged-looking sellswords comes barging in. Their brutish leader pushes one of my guards aside and audaciously sits down at my table. A nobleman, eh? My lord? Interested in the services of the best band of mercenaries in Oba? More loyal men you'll never find, at least if you can pay us properly. Army of 400, or hire this amazing guy as my bodyguard. Well, I'm hiring the amazing guy as my bodyguard, yeah. Let's find you a spouse. Anybody with inheritable traits? Nobody that's of a reasonable age. Not prowess, some of all skills. Alright, we'll just go with you. Perk, give me Parthian tactics because it's going to improve our cavalry. Bovine bounty. The journey through Kongobu-ji unveils sprawling pastures dotted with cattle. As my retinue passes, it pauses at the edge of a verdant field. The herdsman approaches, cheerfully strumming his lute. He grants a broad smile in greeting. My lord, he begins, these beasts are the pride of our province. Will you join me to witness our labor, restock our supplies, or perhaps partake of our famous Kongobu G blue cheese? I could get herding insights, which is going to increase what? Development growth and decrease building costs. Or we could get extra supplies, which doesn't really help us. Could get an aged cheese artifact. Let's learn how to work the herds. Bloodfair, Yoshirige is in charge of our food supplies and sheepishly reveals our positions are now all but useless, having been poorly stored. 3% chance that we die. I mean, what are the odds we actually... I mean, it's not going to happen. We're not going to roll a 3%. Okay, good. As we traverse the valleys, trudging through the grass, we encounter a modest wayward shrine. Naively carved, it sports a Dharma chakra at its head, and below the weathered words, "Here lies Saint Akiko of Tosando, blessed daughter of Enryakuji." Saint Akiko of Tosando. It seems a local spiritual figure is being patronized in these parts, not one sanctioned by the Mantrayana Sangha. I could get some prestige or some piety for desecrating a tomb, but it would piss you off, and you're part of my block, and I want you to like me. So I'll just take this instead. Spend a little bit of money, make me like me more, and we make it to the hunt. Just in time, apparently. Alright. We want to befriend who? Who's here for us to befriend? Who is part of our block that we can get on our side? You are. The block leader is Setsu, right? So Nakatsuna. You are the most valuable. You have a lot of troops, so we want to befriend you. Just noticed my camera was pointing a bit further up than I'd like. Waiting for the word from the scent hounds, the party rests in a shaded copse. Yoshitaka stands not far off, waiting. Stands not far off. This is my chance to impress him. How are you? It's not often we get a chance to talk. Seems surprised but not hostile. Apparently he's not feeling great, but he is sadistic, so he probably doesn't pity the poor animals. I think he probably would appreciate talking about the gifts of the forest. After all, he is greedy. Apparently, he doesn't care for that topic. Okay, that did not go well. Soryo Yoshitaka's game master signaled the party a hunt. We have arrived at the release spot. There is a clear sightline to a flock of brown ducks watering themselves in the pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. I watch excitedly as my hawk identifies a target and takes wing from its watch, soaring high into the air. The beaters have scattered the quacking brown ducks, who now fill the air with their flapping clamor. Time and again, my hawk swoops in for the kill, but misses, retreats, or only grazes its target. After hours of attempts, the game of all but disappeared. The hawk is near exhausted, and the light is fading. The hunt fails. Empty-handed, and I do not bond with Yoshitaka. But I do get the hunter trait. That's something at least. trying to install yourself as the ruling region. How did you manage that? How did you manage to even create that faction? Oh, it's because you're not part of a block. Huh. Isn't it? Yeah. That's crazy. Also, I can't do it because this guy's my friend. I don't know why he's my friend. But I could have him declare me regent. Oh. Because he's my friend, I can do that. Let's do that. Yeah. So now that now that I'm his regent, I probably have a few. Oh, you're trying to bribe me to join your block? No, I can't. I'm not doing that. Beguiling strokes. While I'm not a speaker of the Koreanic language, the poetry of the unified kingdom of Goryeo is well known for its depth and nuance. It is interesting to pick out familiar characters, but I struggle to divine all the illusions and subtlety at play. You know what? Sure. Let's learn our sister language. That's a big conning over there. They added so much. We are scratching the surface here. My friend Haruko died. You were some person that I met on a... Wait, what? Wait, what? No! I wake in the middle of the night to see a dark figure in my chambers. I know not what has happened to my guards, but when I see the glint of moonlight reflecting off the blade, I know that it is too late for me. A suddenly sharp dagger makes a little sound as it pierces flesh, and through the rush of agonizing pain, I cannot tell if my screams are more audible. Even as my mind fades, my last thoughts are that this was undoubtedly the work of that evil fool, Toshimori. I'm dead? I've been murdered? Broken? You're supposed to be my bodyguard. Broken, how'd you let me get murdered? Huh. Well, I don't really want to play this 4-year-old. What about my brother, who's an adventurer? I'm blaming Broken for that one. Broken got me killed. That's what I'm saying. That's my story. All right, we'll take over as my half brother, who is the adventurer. That is unfortunate. I gotta deal with this jerk who murdered me, or murdered my half-brother. Apparently I don't hate him too much. Why am I going down this seducer tree? What have you been up to, buddy? What have you been up to? My dear brother. This is unfortunate. Alright, well, let's take stock after we... oh, I'm attending a hunt. The hunt is going, okay. Well, then I'm off in chat, by the way, if he wants to catch it. So how would I go about getting land? I can procure an estate, but I'm not a house head. I could create a cadet branch. That's probably what I'll end up doing. That's relations. We are quarreling because they murdered me. Well, if I'm going to be doing a hunt here, I'd like to befriend somebody. I'd like to get somebody on my side. Let's get you on my side, since you're not affiliated with anybody. I can't believe I got murdered. Like, who even is this person? Why did this person murder me? I don't think they were even rivals. Alright, hunt fails. Get back to our camp. And we'll figure out what's going on. I'm trying to murder somebody? Wait, who am I trying to murder? Why am I trying to murder somebody? Who is this guy and why am I trying to murder them? Let's not murder this random person. I don't think that's necessary. Is this like a cultural thing? Is there like a high chance to do murder schemes? Doesn't look like it. I'm now a little bit confused about what to do next. Like, my plan is out the window, but I could create a cadet branch. I think that's going to be a first step. First step is creating a cadet branch, since we're a little bit far flung from our origin here. What's a good name? Make sure I'm not taking one that's already used. Oops. Is anybody already Hizume? Yes. What about Tagata? Nobody's Tagata. Okay, that's a leading candidate then. Yoshitsune Ryu is also not taken. I'm gonna go with Tagata. Actually, Yoshitsune Ryu makes sense. It's named for me. Yeah. Alright, now that I'm a house leader... Oh, those are broken. I guess it's messed up because we're landless. How do I want to go about things here? Try to procure an estate. I want to get money. I want to be rich. I want money. So that's gonna be step one. Step one's gonna be getting money. I have no men-at-arms. I have no money to get men-at-arms. So what I'm going to do is make a request from my patron here and ask for some men-at-arms. Howdy, howdy, Benny. Welcome in. Armored horsemen. Those are good. We're playing the new expansion for Crusader Kings 3 that adds all of East Asia. Everything, let's see, basically everything here is added in this new expansion. Actually, more like here. So we were playing as, hold on. We were playing as this guy. And it was going pretty well. It's going pretty well, and then some random person just decided to murder me. So instead of playing as the 4-year-old son, I decided to take over as the half-brother, who's a mercenary adventurer. Yeah, don't get murdered. But we still have Broken's characters here. This is the first character of his first generation character. And then this son. Apparently there's another child on the way. Yeah. Okay, what do I want to do? How do I want to go about... I would like to get land. I would like to, once I get land, eventually become shogun. That's our goal. I wonder if it'd be easier. Well, let's just visit this castle. Let's take a look around. See if there's any good training to do, any good people to recruit. Who do I have in my camp, by the way? I have my half-brother Fujiwara Yoshinari, who's a pretty good warrior. I have this guy, who's apparently my bodyguard stooge and second. I don't think it's good to have our second also be our stooge. But apparently he's good at both, which is really surprising, because stooge is basically being bad at things, and second is being good at things. Go figure. Alright. We have our wife. We have our caravan master, who is not great. My cousin, who is a monk, is not very good at anything, and he's a coward. So that's cool. My other wife, my master at arms and physician, who is a terrible physician, and an average master at arms. He's not gonna be my physician. I will hire anybody else. And then we've got my son, Mitsu, and my daughter, Nakako. Alright. Anybody good to hire? I don't really have money, so how about we just do some gambling? We lose money. Alright? Let's hear a good story. Try to improve our martial skill. We get exotic martial for 3 months. What does that give us? Nothing, actually. Literally nothing. Huh. Anybody go up to recruit? It would all be very expensive. And then intriguing hooded figure, a mayor here, who's in bad with the barkeep, or with a ruffian actually. You want to take that with me instead? Save you. You become my patron, and because of that, I can ask you for an arms regiment. Get armored foot. Not really what I'm looking for. I'm hoping to get mounted samurai out of this interaction. And then last thing we're gonna do is look for contracts. Traveling, sure. You want to go all the way up there, alright? And you want to go also all the way up there. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. Just take both of these guys up through Hokkaido. That's Hokkaido, right? I'm being taught that my geographical knowledge is not good. I spent too much time painting this map over here. I don't know what's going on over here. Land, milk, and fish. Let's rest here a couple days. Lose stress. I don't need to lose stress. Let's just go. A quarrelsome lot. Our caravan stopping. These two are at each other's throats. Please make amends. Alright. Money. We get prestige. We get people to owe me a favor. To which I say, wait, who are you? Oh, I'm romancing my wife? Sure. Oh, apparently my wife doesn't want to be romanced. Got it. Thanks. Aches and pains. I can upgrade my my pavilion for cheap. Happily do that. But yes, I would like to get more men-at-arms. Horse archers. I want mounted samurai. They're the better horse archers. But I'll keep making these requests. Crossbowmen. You know, crossbowmen are okay. You want to hire me as mercenaries. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, I want to claim land in the future. But I also want the flexible leader trait. so I'm going to go for that. Right, you're trying to hire me to fight against Chiba. A little bit outmanned here. Just more prestige for me. Alright. We've made it back to our camp, so raise our armies. Go participate in this war. How are we gonna get here? 3 months by sea, or 5 months by land? We'll go by sea. Well done, Sparks and Jennifer Musagachet. Ooh. I think we should group up actually with our patron here. I have another son, Minamoto Sadanari. Am I going to the right place? No. Hello? Can I... There we go. Yeah, you gonna... If I attach you, gonna actually do something? No? You're afraid? Alright, well let's see if we can handle this. You can't just stand there, you're going to die. You're gonna lose your one holding. Maybe I hold off a little bit while their supply diminishes. Hang around here in there. I could. Don't suppose I can get either of you to give me more troops? No. Close to accepting that. If you didn't hate me so much, you would accept it. Can I sway you? I can try. Alright, I'm gonna let their troops be. I'm gonna let attrition mess with them for a little bit here. Familiar reflection. My infant son. I remembering the day that they were born. He was born. I'm gonna give him a gift for his loyalty. He was literally born less than a year ago. He's not loyal. He's a baby. My caravan master wants to get married to this Mongol woman, Shiwei woman, Mongolic heritage. Cataphract archers. That's a nice cultural innovation there. How about you just ask her? Yeah. Not impressed. Sorry. My son is charming. And my daughter is my friend. Alright, we need to deal with this before they finish the siege. So I'm going to try and fight them. Apparently do very poorly. Okay. If our patron would actually help, might have a chance. Let's see if we can refill our arms. Starving soldiers. We could refill our men-at-arms, or we could hire you to be a champion. You'd be pretty good at that, and we wouldn't really get value out of this, so we'll just bring you in. I can't believe that while the AI was under control, they just went down the seducer tree for no reason. You're not even lustful. You're ambitious, brave, and patient. That is clearly should have been Marshall. Should have been going down one of these trees. Attempts to sway you did not go well. At least these guys have no siege tins, so it's taking them forever to bring this down. But you, please be helpful. I'll keep throwing my troops at these guys. What? My wife died in battle? My wife was in battle? Wait, what? Do we... Is Japanese... No, it's not men only. Non-martial, gender, unmarried, close family, and spouses of non-administrative roles may serve as champion in defensive wars. I guess technically we're defending. Huh. Alright, well... Sorry. Didn't realize you were out there. We'll get ourselves a rival. That sounds fun. Might get us murdered again, though. Faithful visitor. A big faithful visitor. A giant Shinto priest. I could ask you to stay a while. Yes, plant a spark beyond the camp. Also, my brother died. I maybe shouldn't be picking these fights. My other wife got wounded. Oh, are you actually moving? Oh, but you're fighting some random person. Why are you fighting these guys? Are you at war with them too? You are. Okay, so apparently this is just gonna go really bad for us. At least I'm not losing anything. I get paid either way. Oh shoot. Alright, well you wanna fight? We can fight up here. You want to offer me something? Give me money. I think we're losing this battle. Yeah, very slowly we're losing this battle. I think I picked a bad contract. Looks like we lost the war too. At least we get paid. You think I'm a beggar? I'm no beggar. I am Yoshitsune of the house Yoshitsune Ryu. Oh hey, my old character's son, is now the dynasty head. Huh. All he had to do was sit there and not die. So good on him. Alright, let's see if there's any more work for us. Scholarly work, intrigue, diplomacy, these are all terrible for me. Let's do a story then. And rescue this this nobleman. Then we can ask him for men-at-arms. Armored footman. Not what I'm looking for. All right. Where do we need to go here? I'm just trying to figure this game out now. Really, getting assassinated threw off my entire plan. Because I didn't really want to play as a 4-year-old, now 8-year-old. We just need to find more contracts. That's what it is. Alright, let's just move south a bit here. Let's go to Mount Fuji. On our way, there is a contract for us. We'll stop here. And sure, we'll do some improvised spycraft. I'm not really great at it, but we'll go try to gather up some secrets. I could do it by spending prestige and making people hate me. Or I could do it by doing a coin flip on our intrigue. Coin flip on intrigue did not work out well. Okay, what about diplomacy? Diplomacy worked a little bit better. The caravan master died. And my daughter has a dog. Good for you, Nagako. These guys are terrible caravan masters, so we'll figure that out later. Wildcat RP Jack wants to catch it. that quest for? Wait, wasn't it you? Huh. I should pay more attention. Now we can do this one too. Well, that didn't work well. They're hating me. Last chance to accomplish anything. We fail completely. We fail miserably. And my bodyguard dies. Running out of people in my my camp, but this guy is a great replacement. Welcome in, Nobuyuki. I could try and treat this guy's frostbite, but I'm not that smart, so. He endures. Alright, let's go do this this contract over here to rescue a fair subject. Might be a good chance to find ourselves a new wife. Alright. Who can we have do things for us here? These guys are all so capable that they need to be in charge of that. Will be our thug. And then don't really have good options for our lookout or footpad. This might take a bit longer than I thought. But while we're doing that scheme, we can also do the contracts that are just visiting a place. And while we're traveling there, I'm going to scout for talent so we can try and find a new caravan master. Night by the campfire. Long after night is settled, I find myself laughing, telling stories, and drinking with my wife Sato, my bodyguard Nobuyuki, and my champion Yoshimori. I didn't know she had it in her, but Sato ended up telling a particularly ribald story about 4 peasants she had seen in Kazusa. I will ask her to tell another story. My cousin's been bitten by a serpent. My cousin's kind of shit at everything, so, good luck. Alright, willing follower. You're a dumbass. You want to be my stooge. You're not completely useless with a sword. Sure. A duel demanded. Opposing man sends the row ahead of us. I will easily win this. This guy's got no prowess compared to me. And he's a nerd. So I'll fight him. I won the fight, which means I get to recruit him, and he would be a good physician. Alright, favorable pasturage. We can either use our high martial skill, or we can use our swords for higher camp purpose. This would give us more prestige, right? So that's what we're going to do. And then you are going to give me men-at-arms. Crossbowmen, alright? Martial contest. This big guy wants to wrestle. I'll let Nobuyuki do this one. We lost. We can now go instruct these knights over here. These Bushi. this guy, Gunji, or wait, is that his name? Or no, his name is Mitsunari. Yeah, we'll teach him how to be a military engineer, and then we'll teach you how to be an aggressive attacker. All right, they've both worked, so easy contract. And now you're going to give me men-at-arms, horse archers. Yeah. All right, you want to join as my head porter? You're not great at it, though. I'll pass on that. I do have lots of money here. I kind of want to replace these horse archers with mounted samurai. I'm gonna hold off on that for now, though. So I'm gonna start upgrading my my camp. It'd be good to have. Let's see. Yeah, more mercenary country rewards. That'd be good. That's gonna be pretty costly. Son, Yoshihisa. Hey, here's somebody who wants to hire me. Alright, who are you? And who are you fighting? Ooh, that's not looking good. But we would definitely be able to change the tides there. So yes, we will join. Also, give me some knight effectiveness there. All of our armies. And make our way over here. The positioning on the map is a little bit weird. Alright, we're going here. Oh, we would lose that. Alright, let's sit in the target area then. I don't want to attack these guys in a place that would give them advantage. What are you doing? You are pursuing the army into mountains? You absolute fool. Come on, man. I hate it when my employer is a complete idiot. Looks like we're winning this, though. I do not get a lot of advantage here because of, I just have bad men-at-arms. Oh, hey, we capture somebody. You're not very helpful. But you're also not very good. I'm going to push this guy because I don't actually like him. I wouldn't mind if he just died of stress. He's pretty useless. Disheveled and discontent, the vile Nobioshi pesters guards to finish and asking them to hear his plea. You want me out? Very well. Oh, you want me to kill you? Oh, I mean, I can do that. Wasn't really planning on doing it. Alright, we're gonna finish this contract and I think we're gonna raid out. I think Holmes is saying that it's about time. About time to wrap up stream. How are you on war score? I think if we just go by you, we should hit 100. Daughter is brave. Yes. Okay, that's 100% war score. Since our employer wants to wrap up the war, we can. And then my scheme ended. What? Huh. Alright, well that's a bit annoying. But that's where we're going to stop for now. I think I need to take some time to familiarize myself with the new mechanics. So I'll probably play an offline campaign. We'll be back with some more Roguemon to start off stream next time, I think. Hopefully make it for more than 12 minutes. Alright, where are we rating? Let's just go raid, Let's raid Fred's, who's doing some Legends ZA. Trying to wrap up the story. Alright, we'll be back, I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but when I have another chance, I'll see y'all later.